Good morning, people. Today is September 5th. We're about 5 minutes off the open. Looking at a bunch of tickers today. We're back live streaming it. Comment down below if you guys want to see a ticker pulled up on the charts. So C3 AI is popping up here as well. Down a huge amount here, 16% down today. Not sure what's going on with this one. Oh, looks like earnings. Yeah. Earnings hit here on C3 AI. So we're gonna keep an eye on this one for a potential setup. I'm gonna wait a few minutes off the open here, as I usually do. See if we get some clear direction on these tickers. So C3 AI gapping down after its earnings report for Q1 2025. They reported losses of 5 cents a share, which is less than the expected loss of 13 cents. Sales 87.21 million, exceeding estimate of 87 million. Subscription revenue rose 20% year over year. It looks like they guided lower on the revenue, 370 to 395 million compared to the 383 million. So maybe that's what took the big hit there on C3 AI here. Lower guide, possibly. I like Tesla for a long here early. If it can break out over that 226, I think that would be a good long. Tesla, Amazon just rocketing up here. Not sure what's going on there. These are all 5-minute charts. Already got long some Tesla there, long TSLA for this breakout. So see if you can make it up to that 230 level today. So just looking at the C3 AI stock here, AI, this is the daily chart. You have this level of support here, around 20 bucks. This is back in April of this year. We gapped down below that. Now we're pretty much hitting this resistance area. So, and then this would be the next spot it could hit. And to fill the gap, it would be at 22.41. Tesla doing really well for us. Try to take some off right before 229, and then probably around 230s. Wow, everything just flying here. NVDA, Amazon, Intel. Okay, so leaving some wicking tails here on AI. They're going to look for a possible short here on AI. Let's clear up these lines here a little bit. This is the... That's where it really matters, right there. You're looking at C3 AI here. Okay, shorted some C3 AI. Okay, if we get this breakout here in Tesla over this 228.29, that is 228.22 was that previous high. Let's see if you can get that here on Tesla. This will be a daily breakout. Next level 235. Alright, we're right at this resistance spot right here on Tesla. This is on the 30-minute chart now. We're on the 30-minute chart with no extended hours. So this, if this pulls back from here, then could be the top here for Tesla if it can't hold over 228.50s. Boom, there it is. Tesla is gonzo. Okay, so we're now officially over that level, and I did take some off around 229 here. Took some off long Tesla. C3 AI, I'm probably going to stop out here. It's just looking too strong, so I'm going to cut the short on C3 AI. Let's wait. Probably too early here to make any trades on C3 AI. There's no, I mean, need to wait for a real setup here probably, so we'll just cut that a little early. My stop would have been a little higher, but it's actually looking really strong right now. So okay, so we took off some Tesla there right near the top. Now let's see if it holds the VWAP. That's where 226 area need to hold there. Still holding half size long Tesla. So we got an economic number coming out right now. Services S&P. S&P Services PMI above expectations. S&P Global Services PMI both prints coming in above expectations, sounds like. Still looking to get back into a C3 AI trade here. Omara is also double wicked here. That looks decent right there too. Beating up pretty well. AI does have a pretty big short float, so gotta be careful shorting that one. Alright, I took a short on Mara here, short MARA. It's breaking the 50 EMA here, and just the trend has been down overall on this ticker. So, of course, we are near the lows, so if this thing really, for this trade to really work, we need to get below these pre-market lows, so Tesla doing great. I'm going to take off a small piece here soon, and then maybe leave a runner, small amount of shares for this exit here, maybe 235 area on Tesla. Mara going down here today, Marathon Digital. I always like to look at BTC here, Bitcoin, see what it's doing today. Yeah, Bitcoin going down as well today. Look at what Bitcoin's been doing recently. It's just trending down off that 65,000 and just breaking lower. So Bitcoin does have support right here, around the 56,000 area. Looks like 55.6. So if we can get down there, I think Mara can get down to our levels below this pre-market low that we were shooting for. So right now, 2 open trades. We got a short on Mara, and we're still long Tesla. Gonna be taking a small piece out on Tesla here if it need a little pop higher though. Trying to shoot for 2-to-1 on the Tesla long. still only the 2 trades on Tesla long, and we have the Mara short, which is sort of not doing anything. Tesla long is doing well. It's NVDA and Amazon really strong out of the gates, but no real entry to get into those. Alright, got in a couple more trades here. We got long on Google. And also got long on Meta. I'll put that up there. So now I've got a long trade on Google, Meta, and still long Tesla, and the only short I have right now is Mara. So 4 trades on right now. We got ISM Services PMI number coming out here soon, so need to keep an eye on these trades here if it moves the market here. Let's see. Okay, I just took another small piece off of Tesla long here on this little pop. So ISM Services PMI slightly higher than expected, looks like. Alright, so our Mara not looking so great. Bounced off all the EMAs and the VWAP, so that one we might have to cut. Looking pretty strong. I mean, everything's shooting higher here, which is good for our longs. Tesla, we're just absolutely crushing it there. We had a really nice entry on Tesla here. That 225.80 is where we got in long here. It's a beautiful entry right here on Tesla on the long, and didn't take any off until 229 area, right about here. And then just took some off now and still have Tesla long. Mara here spiking up. Not looking that good for us. Let's see if it can stay below this 1510 area. That's going to be my stop. So I'm not going to let it go much higher than... I'm not going to let it break high a day. So, wow. Everything's flying higher, guys. Everything is flying higher. Keeping an eye on the Mara short to cut that one if it does not stop. If it stays over 15, I think there's no reason to stay short in this one here. I think if it holds over 15, we can easily see this fly up to, you know, these areas here. Obviously, there's a lot of support here on the pre-market area. And as we saw from yesterday too, there was support here. So yeah, this can be a case for a long. So I'm actually going to stop out of the Mara. I'm going to stop out of the Mara short. So cut that one. We are long Google and Meta still. And like I mentioned, we might flip this to a long if we can stay over the 15 area. Coin, which I also kind of look at when I trade MARA. That's also looking pretty strong here. Bounce off the VWAP over all the EMAs. Held yesterday's lows right here. Same sort of chart as Mara. So anytime I trade that, anytime I trade Mara, I look at Coin or vice versa. Really, Coin is probably the leader, if anything, between the two. The market's absolutely flying. If we look at the SPY, I mean, absolutely flying here. Let's look at it on the 15-minute to get a bigger picture idea. So this 550 area really has been holding, right, the last few days here. This was day before yesterday where that was a bottom. Then after hours, then pre-market yesterday held this area. We popped into this 554.40 area, so let's put a line here, and then same thing here. After hours yesterday, and then pre-market today held that area, and so really need to keep an eye on this area. 554. Okay, we got a double top on a lot of these tickers here. AI, NVDA, Google. Google needs to hold the VWAP here for our log. Same with Meta. Put it back on Tesla because we're actually in this trade. So Tesla, we got a line here, 235. That's going to be my final target on Tesla, is going to be 235. But I have taken off most of the Tesla. This Mara looks more and more like a long the longer I look at it. Alright, let's see how Google's holding up here at the VWAP, and same with Meta. So I'm okay if it kind of consolidates in this area and then makes a move higher. But if we start moving lower below this VWAP, I'm going to cut the long. So far we are still in that trade, still in the Google and Meta long. Did take most of Tesla off here at this 230, 340 pop. I've taken most of Tesla off here. Okay, Apple looks like it's coming down as well. Alright, I did short some Apple here, so let's put that up here. And the market also showing signs of topping, so I might have to cut the Meta and Google long, and I did short NVDA just now. Mara, I like this re-short on Mara. Put that up there. Yeah, I'm gonna try a short here on Mara, M-A-R-A. Also looking at AI. Apple's down. Okay, might have to cut a lot of these longs that I have on here. Okay, reshorted Mara. Now we really need to see if this 14.6 holds. If this 14.6 holds, then I'm gonna cut it because we're not gonna wait around for it to, you know, bounce up higher. Google really needs to hold here. Same with Meta. My stops are really close on the longs on Meta and Google, so really need to see these hold. And what else did I just enter? I entered a Mara short is the only thing I entered. So, oh yeah, NVIDIA. I got short NVIDIA. Still long Tesla. Tesla I'll probably keep a piece on for like an all-day kind of melt up. So we'll keep a piece on Tesla. There we go on Mara. I had the right read initially shorting Mara. Initially in that 1490s range. That was the right read on this. And then stopped out prematurely here. And in hindsight, should have given this you know, break of the high for a stop, but unfortunately didn't do that, so we did get stopped out first. for a loss on this pop, but I did reshort it here on this this re-break of the low. So alright, SPY had a big reversal candle here. It's a big red candle. I can show you guys on here, but it is holding the VWAP here. Did bounce off the VWAP on SPY, so this could be a potential bounce spot for a lot of these tickers, so let's keep an eye on that. Man, a lot of these stocks are now looking short to me. A lot of these are looking short to me, unfortunately, for Google and Meta too. Google and Meta actually pretty strong on the day. Meta up 0.6% and Google up almost 1%. So these two are probably the stronger ones that I like. They're way above the EMAs and over the VWAP. So I do still like our long ideas there, but if the SPY continues to go down, then let's put that up here. Yeah, if this thing continues to go down, it's going to bring everything with it. So tight stops now on Meta and Google. I actually have hard stops in place now, so I don't need to even worry about that or look at it. If it hits, it hits. Okay. Okay, AI coming back down. Do we have a potential short on AI? That is the question I'm asking myself here. Okay, Mara bouncing off that 1460 once again, which it has held pre-market, so it's going to be the real test here. If we crack that, we're good to go lower, but if we don't crack that, we could just consolidate sideways and chop around the whole day. So really need to see that crack, otherwise we'll take off that trade on the short on Mara as well. Alright, there's your bounce on SPY off the VWAP. That should give a bounce to Google and Meta, which we are long in. We do not want a bounce on Mara. Mara doesn't really follow the SPY, so let's check out Bitcoin, see where that's at. Bitcoin giving a bounce off the lows here at 56.9. So yeah, this Mara might be one that just chops us up today, so gonna put a tight stop on Mara here. Okay, I'll take the short on AI here. I think I like this double top, and you know, on the 15-minute, we got a big wick up here into the 2170s area, or 2070s. Looks like the high was 2069. So I think if we're gonna take a short, this is as good a place as any, I think. So let's see if we can get a move down lower on AI. Nice bounces here on Meta and Google. Just like we kind of suspected, the SPY bounce off WeWap is going to lift these. Tesla continues to fly up here. Tesla just booming for us. Put Tesla up here. NVDA short not looking so great. Might stop out if it challenges the highs here. Meta, this is a nice little pennant bull flag here on the 5-minute. If it can break out above this, you can see much higher. Similar here on Google. Can draw like a little something like that. SPY is definitely shooting up, so that's gonna, like we talked about, that's gonna lift these. AI, this is the one we shorted. Mara also not working out, bouncing off the 1460, so a lot of these trades are gonna get stopped out for me. Tesla, I'm probably just going to leave and exit here at this line 234.60, and then the rest I'll probably take first swing long overnight. Alright, so cut the NVDA short here. SPY, potential double top. So I may get back into these shorts if SPY double tops here. Meta long looking great. Same with Google. So really nice move here. Break out of this little flag, you could call it here. Let's see what NVIDIA does here. Mara rejected the EMAs and rejected the support. So I'm looking for Mara to move back here, 1450s. I'll take a cover down here if we can get a dip into that level. NVIDIA just way too strong. I mean, in hindsight, you know, shorting above the VWAP is always, you know, always treacherous to short anything above the VWAP. VWAP being sort of the go-to indicator whether it's going to be a long or short. Usually when things are below the VWAP, things are weaker, which means your short trades have a better probability to work out, such as this Mara short here below the VWAP. And usually over the VWAP you want to stick to longs. It's like a general rule that most traders stick to. And you know, this kind of proves why. If you look at this, like in NVIDIA pop, move higher, popped up, we shorted around here. Got a little move down, but the VWAP held and the support area held at 108 and now much higher. So, you know, really important indicator is the VWAP to use. Alright, so as far as my long trades go, they're working out pretty well on Google and Meta. So we stuck it out on Google and Meta, we got long, stuck it out through this little dip, and now we're moving higher. So let's look at like a bigger time frame, see what's happening with Meta. So big wick here this morning, 521. By the way, the short on AI is looking good, guys. The short on AI is looking good. And also the short on Mara is looking great. Mara, where do I want to cover Mara? Let's take a look at that. If this thing dumps, where do I want to cover some? 14.4 maybe? Cover some of 14.4 maybe? Seems like a decent spot to cover some. Okay, things coming down. Market's coming down here. AI really working out for us. Pretty much double tops on both Google and Meta. Mara working out really nice for us. Okay, Google is, we're still green on Google, we're very green on Meta, but if SPY is going to come back down, I'll take off Google and Meta both break even. There's no reason to hold on to the longs if we're putting in a double top and the market's moving lower, so. Okay, Meta, I'm looking to take some off here on Meta, and yeah, let me take some off on Meta here near the top. Yeah, okay, took some off Meta long. I'm all out of Tesla, by the way, all out of the Tesla long. I'll show you guys what that chart looks like. I'm all out here on the line that I drew earlier. We went through that this morning. So took some off Meta here, all out of Tesla here. Nice trade on Tesla. Beautiful there. Wish all trades are that easy. As you can see, they are not all that easy. AI, if it can break this VWAP, I wonder if we see a move down lower towards 19. Alright, so took a piece off on... I have not covered any of the Mara short, so I am looking to do that soon here. Where, I mean, it's really... This 1460s area is really being very stubbornly... stubbornly strong if you're a short, that is. And definitely short Mara. So... Okay. AI, let's see what you want to do here, buddy. Let's see what you want to do here. 1979, key area here, being VWAP. NVDA, should we reshort that one? Should we reshort NVDA? Certainly very tempting. Okay, SPY. Putting in another wick here. So where's Google at? Where's my Google trade? Google, I'm green. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, I think I'm going to take the Google long off here. It's not really doing anything and I'm break even, so... Same thing with Meta and Google, I'm kind of debating taking these off here. Yeah, okay. Took the Google off break even. Meta, gonna exit that one as well. Let's give it a couple more minutes here on Meta to see if... Yeah. Alright, we took it off. We are out of the Meta and the Google long. Okay, so now we have a big position here on Mara short and AI short, and I'm actually looking to possibly add to the AI short. Tesla rejecting right off our sell. Wow, did we sell the top on Tesla? SPY coming back down. Okay, Mara's down almost 2%, which is nice. Bitcoin, let's see what Bitcoin is doing here. Bitcoin's down 2% today. Rejected this area again, 57.4. Let's see if we can move down here, maybe lower on Bitcoin. Of course, that's what's gonna drive Mara, is the price of Bitcoin. Ooh, look at this double top on Meta. Oh man. Very enticing to short this, but gotta be patient here. This thing's up at 1.25%. Alright, what's happening? What is happening? Mara, just dump, will you? Just go straight to 1430. AI, lingering around here at the VWAP. So I took off the Google trade, so now it can run without me. And I took off the Meta trade as well. I did get a little bit of an exit on Meta for, made like half an hour on Meta. Not bad, I'll take it. Alright, I'm going to cover some Mara here, 14.5, if you get a dump into 14.5. Let's get 14.5. I got a bid down there at 14.5. Meta, double top. So we were going to look at the bigger picture here on Meta. Let's get 30-minute here. So definitely kind of could see, we could see like a trend line you could draw, like boom, look at this trend line projecting right off of it. Lower low, lower low, lower low on Meta. Lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high. Definitely a trend down. Alright, Mara, get down. Get down, Mara. Mara doesn't get down soon. I'm gonna take some off right here. I'm actually up a decent amount on the short. Maybe I should be taking some off here, right? Maybe it is smart. Okay, took a little bit of Mara off here. And then I got an order to cover some at 14.5. And you know, we can definitely get to 14 today on Mara, you know, depending on what Bitcoin does, of course. I mean, 14 would be a pretty big drop here. Another 60 cents would be a pretty big drop. I don't know if Mara's capable of that, but when you look at the daily on Mara, you know, when you look at the daily here, let's move this up a little bit. I mean, if you look at the daily, I think it's possible to get to 14, right? We're well below this 14, whatever this area is, 14.74. That's your big daily level. There goes Google. Like we said. So on the daily, on Mara, 14.74 was a key level. We're below that. So a dump to 14.20 doesn't seem like a stretch. Only issue being that Mara has already dropped so much from like almost 19 down to here. So one could argue that it's due for a bounce up. Of course, it's all going to depend on, you know, what Bitcoin does. So just because it's due for a bounce doesn't mean it's going to bounce, but no. A lot of mean reversion traders out there that would argue that there's probably a long down here. But we are short. I'm looking to cover here 14.50 on Mara. Can we get the dump? Let's go, let's go, let's go. 4 cents lower to get a fill on a big chunk of my size. Come on, man. Come on down. 4 cents is all I'm asking for the fill. And I'll take off basically a third of my size. But I still have most of my size short here on Mara, which is nice. Trying to work on holding for the bigger moves here. But if this thing whips back around, then I'm gonna take off. Come on, 1453. Can we get 1450? I think if, you know, if this doesn't hold here, you could see a big flush. Okay, AI is working out nicely now. We have broken the VWAP. So now I'm gonna, let's see what are gonna be the good spots to cover here. Probably below 1950s. I mean, it is at the 20 EMA right here. This is the 21 EMA. Is it the 20 or 21? What do I have here? It is the 21. The green line is the 21 EMA. If it doesn't hold that, we'll try to cover some here at the 200 EMA. The red line is the... not the 200, it's the 100 EMA. The red line is 100 EMA. And Mara wicking that area, so keeping a close eye on that. Alright. So we're up very nicely here on AI and the Mara shorts. Let's change this config. Let's see here. Okay, I'm going to take some off on AI here on this wick down. So maybe take off a third of it. Alright, Mara, what's the deal here? What is the deal? I mean, obviously, it's not dumping here on Mara. It's holding, so I'm going to go ahead and cover off a third of my size here. Okay, so we'll cover some more here on Mara. And, you know, I did take some off on AI short as well. So took some off short. Okay, now Mara's going to dump, right? Right after I take a piece out. Of course, yes. Of course. Standard. Ooh, big wick here on AI. Meta taken off without me. Taken off without me. AI, big wick here now. A lot of buying pressure here. Below the VWAP. Okay, so this is interesting here. Like, when I see something like this, this is definitely, like, I would look for this as a long setup. When I see price break VWAP and, you know, large wick to the bottom indicating a lot of buyers came in, like, that's typically a good buy setup. But, you know, this thing's down 14%. So being down 14%, you know, not really looking to long this thing, at least not here. Alright, here we go, Mara. Let's get that dump. Let's get that dump on Mara. Below 14.5. Google topped out there. Meta topped out. AI continues lower. Ooh, the SPY is really coming down here. Okay, let's see if you can spot anything, guys. Oh, coin also dumping lower, guys. Coin dumping lower, which is nice. Covered some more Mara short. Finally, we get that move below the 1450s. Now, let's see if we can hold some of our size. I still have half my size left on the Mara short, so let's see if we can hold that a bit lower here towards our markings, 1420s. Alrighty. So SPY, we drew a trend line on SPY here, this morning, and it sliced right through that. Let's see what happens here. Let's clean up some of these lines here, shall we? So why do I have this line here at 1416? It's from this area. That's why I have that line, and then the ultimate line would be, this is the 4-hour chart, by the way, 4-hour chart on Mara. Everything dumping, very nice. Well, not very nice if you're long, I guess. Alright, SPY's coming in here. Still got most of my size on the AI short. I probably should cover some here at the 100 EMA here. Be a bit lower. I mean, this is nice here. This is what we talked about on Mara. We had this daily support here on 1475, 1472 area. We're below that, and like the clear level here is going to be either this 14.2 or just, you know, 14 psychological. Ooh, wow, look at this dump on Google, guys. What? Whoa. SPY really coming down. Alright, well, hang on to your shorts. Hanging on to the shorts here. NVIDIA, I like NVIDIA for a short here. I like NVIDIA for a short here. Breaking below the VWAP. It needs to work immediately, or I'm going to take off the shorts. I am short NVIDIA here. If the SPY bounces here, then I'm going to be out of NVIDIA. I mean, very tight here on NVIDIA. It's bouncing. Okay, C3 AI, very nice. Coming down, AI coming down. I'm gonna try to cover some here in these EMAs. Okay, I'm gonna cut the NVIDIA short. Like I said, I'm giving that a really tight stop there. Okay, so if the SPY holds here, I mean it is below the lows, but if this wicks, I can see NVIDIA wick and go back into the highs. So we'll see. If you look at the futures here on the NASDAQ futures NQ, we're also at the VWAP, so this is a bounce spot for the market. Nice free fall here on Mara. Just broke this line. Now, do we get to the next line here on Mara today? That is the question. It was a very nice short. $19,000 on NQ, holding. Today. Alrighty, well, Tesla. What is Tesla doing? Tesla is holding 232. But NVIDIA held the VWAP here. Mara just can't stop falling, can you, Mara? Just can't stop falling. Which is alright with me, because I'm still short Mara. So Mara, we had shorted it on this candle, stopped out here, which was not a good stop out, since I should have really, the stop is not here, the stop is above these wicks. So, need to work on really just putting my stops in and letting the trade do its thing. Because, when I take things off too early, prematurely, it ends up working later, and that really sucks. Take a loss on a trade that did work. That really sucks, but okay, so we got some bounces coming in here on AI, bouncing off the 100 EMA, NVDA bouncing off 108. NASDAQ held the 19,000 for now. Let's see what happens. So right now I'm short AI and short Mara. Those are the two trades that I am in right now. Two trades. And they are both short. I did do really well with the long on Tesla. Tesla was probably it was the biggest trade for me. Was Tesla today. Biggest trade of the day. Tesla long. NVIDIA, let's see what happens. I mean, if this thing cracks below, this 107.60, could it be a short? That's the question I'm asking myself here. Is this a short if it does not hold this area? Right there. Go to pan. That is the question. Is NVIDIA a short? Right, so AI held bouncing off the 100 EMA. If this is truly going to sell off, then we shouldn't see much of a bounce here on AI. If it's going to be a sell-off, we'll see a bounce up to maybe 20s, and then just kind of sell off from there. So if it holds 20 and goes higher, that's where I'm going to look to cut it. Ooh, very nice on Mara. Let's go, Mara. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. That's what we're talking about right there. We're covering some more on the Mara short. Got to cover there at 1433. What a trade there, Mara. So, okay. Let's see. I'm going to short some NVIDIA here as well. Okay, again, tight stop on that one. Tight stop. We just lost 19,000 on the NASDAQ, but again, this is, when I say lost it, we've been below it here. It's pre-market, so it's, doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to dump, but, 19,000 is a big number here psychologically, so it could lead to a drop lower here to this 18.9 area, which would cause everything to move down. So, alright, so we are short NVIDIA, we're short Mara, and AI. Okay, there we go. This is the live NASDAQ futures you guys are looking at. This is the NQE Mini NASDAQ 100 Index Futures coming down below 19,000, bringing our shorts in the money for NVDA, MARA, and AI. Alright, let's see what kind of move we get here. Man, I've just been covering this MARA here. Okay, I'm going to try to cover some NVIDIA, probably closer to 106. Maybe like right here, 106.30s at this level right here. Oof, look at the NASDAQ, guys. Broke the 19,000 and dump city. Alrighty. What did I just cover? I covered some more MARA. Oh man. Days like these, I wish I had more patience to just hold the covers. Don't cover till it gets to your line. 1420. Or maybe 14. But then the days that I am patient and I wait, that's the days where I get this boom, ricochet and move back up. You never know. Never know. Man, what a beautiful dump here on MARA. Just Jesus, man. There's Bitcoin here dumping. Coming to support here at 56.5. So we got a lot of support here for Bitcoin at 56.4 area, so, and then even down here at 56 even. But yeah, so boom. Let's cover some more. Let's cover some more MARA. MARA, let's go 1420. Line to line, guys. Line to line. What a trade on MARA. What a trade. What a trade, guys. Ooh, I don't know what's happening with Meta here. What is up with this wick? I don't know if that's real or not. AI, everything dumping except AI, which is already down 14%. Come on, man. You kidding me? You kidding me? Alright, I'm almost all out of the MARA short. Gonna leave a little piece on. See if you get any lower, but this AI thing, you know, like I said, 20 is kind of like my my barometer, my gauge here. 20 over under for C3 AI. 20 bucks. If it gets up and holds over 20, I think we can get out of the short. NVIDIA short working out nicely. We drew this little trend line here. Let's like this, slice under. We could retest the trend line, which is where our entry is. And if it does that, we need to think about a potential. I mean, AI, again, you know, this, the problem with shorting something that's down 14% is that, you know, there's no sellers left, right? I mean, there might be more buyers at these prices than there are sellers, especially AI related stuff. I mean, AI is hot right now, artificial intelligence, so, you know, but obviously I like the trade. It worked out for us. It was a profitable trade, but how much more can we squeeze out of it? I don't know. I do not know. So 20 is going to be kind of the area for me. Mara, big bounce, and I'm all out of Mara. Mara, second biggest trade of the day. That's after taking the loss on our first short on Mara, which probably a little too early, shorting it here. Wasn't too early, really. The stop was too tight, right? Stop should be placed in a reasonable place. And then left alone. All right, so getting a bounce here on things, including NVDA and AI. So, okay, 20 areas the key here on AI. Probably going to set a break-even stop for the NVIDIA and AI shorts. You know, I just don't want it to have a big reversal to the upside. There's no reason for me to sit in these shorts if, you know, if it's above my entry. So yeah. $20 is the key for AI, and then NVIDIA is going to be the VWAP here. Let's get rid of all these lines here. Let's clear up these charts, guys. Let's clear stuff up. Let's see how it reacts to 20. Let's see how NVIDIA reacts to the VWAP. If it makes it over the VWAP, we're going to stop out. Break and hold the 20. We're out of AI. And I can see buyers coming into AI at these prices, right? I mean, this is the daily chart. Let's look at the weekly. This is the weekly chart of... Whoa, AI used to be that high? Holy smokes. Alright, well. Yeah, I mean, this is the weekly chart of C3 AI. 20 bucks. You know, I can see people leaving in their order, like when it was trading at like 30 or even up here, saying, hey, if it goes down here, I'll buy some. 20 bucks. Or maybe they put their order down here at 16, 17 bucks. Who knows, right? Who knows? But for now, our plan is 20 bucks over under. If I don't see it rejecting pretty hard off the 20s, then we're gonna get out of the short. We took a couple of exits on AI already, so we made some profit on the short. And if we need to close out the remainder of it, break even, that's okay with me. So we'll give it a few pennies above 20 bucks. Don't want to get punked out so easily. But I have gotten punked out too easily today, unfortunately. There we go, there we go. Let's go down. The future's pointing down again. 20 rejected on AI, so that's good. NVDA rejecting the 20 EMA in the VWAP. So looking for that to continue. And of course, Mara punked us out and is gonna probably go to 13 bucks today. Thanks a lot, Mara. Punked me out, but man, we got a pretty good trade here. Because earlier I was trying to recap my Mara trade. I'll do that here now. I was just in the middle of talking about it, then I got distracted. But so Mara, we took short here, stopped out, reshorted when I saw this fail follow through setup, and then I added after it broke the lows, or right near here at the lows. So actually I went double size on Mara. And my average cover is probably 1440, my average. And my average short entry is probably like 14, I would guess 1475. So we got a good, yeah, 30 cents. Yeah, about 35 cents out of it, so pretty good, pretty good. All right, got rid of C3 AI like we talked about. 20 holds, then I think it's more of a long than a short, so we got out of that. NVDA going sideways at the EMAs, so same story there. We're green on the NVIDIA trade, and I'm gonna have a stop break even 107.80s roughly. 107.80s is where I'm gonna put my stop. Should be break even for me on the short. And you know, we'll keep hanging out here and we'll keep looking for some more trades, see what we find. What a pop today. Love these layup trades. I'm just laughing at this thing I posted on Twitter, my chart for Tesla, and someone just posted a layup GIF. Basketball player putting in a layup, and that's exactly what Tesla was today, a layup. Let's look at Tesla again, where it's at. Yeah, I mean, this, you know, got long here, sold some here, and then my last exit was up here. So pretty happy with how I executed. Could have held, you know, you could argue could have waited to exit and like maybe not exit some here, but hey, I never know how far these things are gonna go, so. But we'll take the 2R trade. We will take the 2R trade on Tesla. NVIDIA just lingering around here at the lows on the 100 EMA. Man, if we break that thing, we're going down to 106, guys. If we can break the EMAs, I mean, we're below the WEWAP, we're below the 21 EMA, we're below the 50 EMA right now. We haven't really closed below the 50 EMA, I mean, other than we Well, yeah, the candle before this closed, but just barely, right? Just barely. We haven't had any definitive closes below. This 107 level is key, because that's the 100 EMA, and it's an even number. So, but, you know, NASDAQ's holding here right below the 19,000 level. You know, NVIDIA is positive today. It's up 1%. You know, does it really dump off? I don't know. Like, I would say if I had to bet, it's unlikely that it's just going to continue dumping. But for now, we're short and we're up on the trade a decent amount. You know, maybe I should take some off here. Maybe I should take some off here. So, let's see. All right, come on, Tesla. Come on, Tesla. No, not Tesla. Come on, NVIDIA. NVIDIA, let's go. Let's get it. If we get a push lower below 107, well, it just did. We reclaimed. 106.92 was the low here. 106.92. If this reclaims here, then I'm just, gosh. I don't know what to do with this one now. Of course, Mara just, you know, punks me out and continues lower. Of course. It's okay, I can't be mad. That was a good trade. Can't be mad. NVIDIA, I'm just going to take some off because I keep blabbering about NVIDIA here and it's not giving me... Alright, I put a bid out there, 107, and got filled. Google also looking weak here. Broke this trend line and just been, yeah. Can I still talk about Mara? Can I still talk about Mara? Oh man, my last exit on Mara was 1420. 1420. What was the last exit on Mara? Alright, 106.50 seems like a good place to take some off, so I'll leave an order down there, and then maybe around 106, and then... Whoa, hang on. Yeah, 106.50. What is happening? Why is my order not going through here? Alright, there we go. There we go. Is my mic on? My mic is on, and we're getting a dump city on NVDA. Obviously, the market is dumping, so that helps. Alright, so I'll take another piece off of NVIDIA short here, and then try to hold some for, you know, below yesterday's close. This is yesterday's close, 106.22. This line right here is yesterday's closing price. So that's always a good spot to take some off, you know, to a potential area where stock could bounce off of. So yeah, keep that there. Okay. Alrighty, let's go lower, NVIDIA. I want to try to get a cover at 106.22s. Do we get a dump? Oh my gosh, Mara. Killing me, Mara. You're killing me, Mara. You're absolutely killing me. Why did I just hold? Why did I cover anything on Mara? I mean, I was talking about the 14 level since this morning, since their market open. I was talking about the 1420 level. Why didn't I just hold the short? Hold the short, guys. Alright. Whatever. What's done is done. Covered some more NVIDIA. Now I just got a small piece left on NVDA, and I'll try to take that off right above the 106. And then, you know, I think, yeah, we'll wait and scan for some other trades. There's plenty of time left in the day, so I think we're pretty happy with where we're at so far today. Pretty good trading, I would say, today. Pretty good. Not great, but pretty good. Pretty good. Our biggest winners, Tesla and Mara. And then Meta being next up, so. God, look at this Mara. I should just take this off my screen. I should take this off my screen. This is gonna bug the hell out of me. Oh gosh, alright. Trying to cover some NVIDIA here. This would be my last cover on this dump off here. Come on, just a few pennies away from my bid. Alright, I'll chase it. I'll chase it. I'll chase it, Mr. Market Maker. Alright, all out of the NVDA short, all out. Looking at a really nice green day today for me so far. Okay. Alright, AI. Rejecting after 2030s. Is this a short now? Is this a short? Looking into this now. Gosh, what a sell-off on Tesla. We exited everything right at the top. Pretty lucky there. Man, what a fantastic short on Mara. What a beautiful trade that was. Shorted, stopped out on the first one, shorted again, and then added. So we had 2x size on the short. And boy, did I cover too much here. Just talking about the 14 level from the higher time frame. We were talking about it, and I just wasn't patient enough to wait. But still, a very good trade. Very good trade on the Mara short. And right now, we are flat. Tesla was definitely the best trade of the day today. NQ. Round trip from the pre-market lows. Spike up to 19.1. Pretty much spiked right into this previous resistance area here. Look at the 15-minute. Yeah. Right into that spot. And then this is the bottom here. Let's look at a 30-minute. Wow. Pretty clear to see that was a double top here at 1911s. Amazing how that works, doesn't it? That is awesome. Can I get back short on AI? That's the question. Can we get short and get that free fall down to 1850s? Looking into that next.
Losers always whine about their best. Winners go home and fuck the prom queen.
Alright guys, we are back. Took a little break. Back in action here. Looks like we did a good thing by covering our NVIDIA short there. Covered NVIDIA right at the bottom here. Bottom tick. And we had a top tick exit here on Tesla. Staying true to the name here. 234.50 exit here. That is the way to do it, folks. And right now I do not have any trades on, but I am looking. SPY's really sold off here. We switched this to the NQs. Let's go back to the SPY chart. Really sold off here. And Tesla also sold off quite a bit. Google sold off. This is that trend line break right here. These are trades that I do look to take when I see these trend line breaks. Those are pretty good. Yeah, what a pop today. A little too eager with the exits. Use low behavior step entry. Tesla, did I lose low? No, I wouldn't. No. I think I was using that pre-market. So feel that is too much room. If it's going to work, I was using that pre-market low. So I was able to size in nicely on this one. I feel that LOD stop is giving too much room. If it's going to work, it's going to rip quickly. If not, no sense. Okay, that's too much room. Just looking over my Twitter, guys. Just looking over Twitter and seeing if seeing for some replies and responding to some stuff here. As far as trades goes, this AI, this $20 level that we talked about, has held up nicely. Now the question for me is, does AI go higher, or are we going to see pause the music for a second here, or are we going to see, is this going to rip higher, right? That's the question. If it can break out over this 2025, maybe we go higher. Yeah, so I mean, because it's down so much on the day, 12.5%, I think, like we talked about this morning, we could see more buyers here than sellers. That's my point, especially this $20 psychological level where I think people would be interested in buying the stock at that price. So, you know, I think shorting here might be tough. All right, so yeah, right now we are flat, and I'm just looking around for some trades, guys. Just looking around to take some trades. Let's see here. What was I just looking at here? I was just looking at. Let's see here. Okay, yeah, so NVIDIA, just to recap what happened with NVIDIA, we got out of NVIDIA, of our short. We shorted here below VWAP, covered all at 106s here on this previous day close. This line right here is the previous day's closing line. So I felt like that was a good spot to get out. Tesla was a nice long this morning. Did not think to flip short. As strong as it was, I did not think to flip short. AI we just talked about, you know, feels more like a long to me at this point, especially with this consolidation here sideways at the 20 psych level. SPY near the lows, looks like it wants to rebound here. It's kind of, let's look at the higher time frame here on SPY, see if you spot anything. I like to look at the 15-minute to get a better idea of what's happening. And you see these lows here that were made after hours yesterday and maybe pre-market this morning as well, at 548 area. Double top 554. We had that reject this morning. The question is, you know, have we flushed out all the call buyers from yesterday, and now we get to move higher? You know, I don't really follow the options market as much as some other traders. Ooh, Rivian with a big pop here. What's going on with Rivian? Let's check this out here. Rivian. I've got a 4 monitor setup, so I got a bunch of stocks that I'm looking at on another screen. A lot of lines here. Maybe I need to clean up this chart. Let's do that. Let's clear the drawing set. So looking at the Rivian here, so we had a big pop yesterday, then consolidation, pop again this morning, back down to the pre-market lows, now moving higher. So let's mark out the obvious levels here. Obvious. Okay. So let's look at the daily. What's going on with the daily? Yeah, I mean, Rivian's pretty weak. I'm actually holding Rivian in my retirement account for the long term. Okay, can you pull up the NP? Okay, Moritz in the chat. You pull up the NP in one of these 6 chill in here. Okay, Moritz, MOR. Sure, I can do that. Pull up the NP. I just, did you mean NQ, Moritz? I don't know if you meant NQ. Got it. Okay, got it. NQ. Let's do that. Yeah, I had the NQ up actually earlier here on this chart, and kind of like to flip back and forth between SPY, but sure, we can definitely pull up the NQ, you know. Anytime you guys want to see something, put in the chat, and I'll be happy to put it up there so you guys can keep an eye if you have a position. Do you have a position on NQ, or you just like to keep an eye on the markets, Moritz? Either way, we'll have it up for you here so you can keep tabs on it. I was debating trading some futures the other. In fact, I got this little demo account to trade on for the NQ futures. I think it was Tradeovate. Tradeovate is what I tried, and I was checking out this other streamer, Patrick Wieland, and he was using that platform, and I was like, let me see what this is all about, trading the NQ futures. And you know, I don't know if it's for me. I don't know if trading just one instrument is for me, but I can see how people do pretty well with it, trading just the NQs. So there we go. We got the NQs up. You know, one thing is the time on the top right is this is Eastern time zone right here that I put the time. So September 5th, 12:07 p.m. This is Eastern. I live in California, so my chart time is, you know, here it's 9:08 currently. So that's why I put the Eastern time up here on the top right. So, which is the market time. Eastern time is what the stock market runs on in New York. So maybe I should put something here that says, because maybe some people will be confused whether, you know, why is it showing 9 o'clock on my chart here when it's showing 12:08 on the top right? So that's the question. Like, do we, maybe I should add a little note. Let's add a little note. Let's add a note to the top right that shows that this is gotcha. Moritz just says thanks. Yeah, I'm just chilling with an NQ put. Nice, man. That is awesome. NQ puts are printing. Not sure where you got in, but hopefully you got in here at the top, buddy. Well, it doesn't really matter, right? Where you got in. If you're short the NQ, and boy, was it a good time to short here. This 19.1 double top from yesterday. But yeah, I mean, you could have got in anywhere really today on the shorts. They all, well, not anywhere. I mean, like, you know, I can see where you could potentially get an entry here on this candle. This is around 10 a.m. market time, and then you get this push that stops out those guys. But then you could have bought puts here, or maybe here, or even all the way down here. There's a lot of places to get in short, even if you're late to the party. And, you know, paid nicely. NQ puts. I don't really trade options too much. I did dabble in some SPY options last week, which, you know, didn't turn out my way. But I bought some puts and on SPY. Let's see if I can pull that chart up. Let's pull up the SPY chart under here. What did I do that day? What was I thinking? Let's see. Yeah, I think I bought some puts on this day. And then, of course, like when it spiked up, or was it this day? I think I might have bought puts here and totally stopped out of the puts, and then the day after just dumps. I mean, that is so frustrating. The more it says, he says he's in since 3 days. His expiration is 9th of September at 190. Okay. It's cool, man. So you got some time for this thing to work. Got some time. In since 3 days. So if you're in since 3 days, let's look at the daily. I don't really trade the NQ too much, but you know, I guess I could look at the QQQs. So I don't know if you have an actual, if you're trading an NQ put. You said NQ put. A lot of people do QQQ puts. But okay, so 1, 2, 3. So maybe you got in this day, which is the 3rd. Okay, September 3rd. I mean, I don't blame you, man, for getting into puts on this day. This engulfing candle with pretty good volume on this day for NQ. I can see, you know, I can see why this would be a short, especially breaking this level here. You know, if you were to put a level, boom, right there. You know, maybe I should make this a little thinner, and then maybe put, should we show, man, Rivian just ripping meanwhile, but show, oh, do not show price on the right. Yeah, so maybe if you got in here at that 19,147, but I think you said you got in at 190, so I'm guessing 1900. So maybe at the low of this candle. So you kind of had to sit through some of this, these spikes into 19,150s. But overall, it looks weak, man. You know. And then you have until the 9th, which would be like right here. So you need this to break this 18,825, which is the low from yesterday. If you can break this on the NQ, you can get moved down to this 200 period. Is that the 200 or 100? What do I have here? Oh, this is the 200 because this is a daily chart. On the daily, I'm looking at the 200 EMA. So maybe if you break this, you get a nice push to 18,250s, or at least 18.5, right? Psych level. So, okay, Moritz is saying, yeah, I got lucky. I bought in right in the morning, or pre-market for you. He's from Germany. Okay, cool. Germany. That's awesome. Never been to Germany. Always wanted to visit Germany. It's very cool. Wonder what time it is over there in Germany. Huh. Curious now. Germany time. 6:14 p.m. in Germany today, Thursday evening. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. It would be interesting to trade in the afternoon and evening. I'm in California, so for me the market opens so early, like 6:30 in the morning. So I have to be up super early. But I do know some traders that trade from the UK and other parts of Europe, and they're trading evenings, afternoon evenings, and nights even. I don't know, that would be pretty cool actually, to trade in the evenings. You could almost like have a job during the day and then work nights. Work days and then trade stocks in the evenings and nights. That would be pretty cool actually. That would be pretty cool. I can see how people would like to do that. But yeah, so he says, I got lucky. I bought in right in the morning, or pre-market for you. I am from Germany. So, okay. So let's look at the 5-minute chart. Let's see. So maybe you bought on the way up. Strike is 190. Yeah. So, got lucky, bought in right in the morning, pre-market for you. I'm from Germany. And his strike is 190. I got in at 195. 195, okay. I don't know how the strikes work on NQ. I don't know if it's like, let me look it up actually. Let me look it up how that works on NQ strike. I'm a rookie when it comes to trading futures contracts, so let's look at NQ contracts. Let's see. /NQ. Okay, so I'm pulling up the NQ contracts for September 9th. Okay, so that's 4 days out. Weekly. September 24th contract. And I'm guessing 190, you mean like 19190? Is that what that means? 19190? I don't see a 19190. I see a 192. I don't know what I'm looking at. I don't know if I'm looking at the... I see NQU24. September 4-day expiration. But he says, I bought 5 points out of the money, and they're now in. That's pretty risky normally. Okay. 5 points out of the money, and now in the money. Well, that's good, man. Hey, it's good to be in the money on the NQ. And, we got the support here that I put. I don't know if you're trading off like technical analysis, or if you I don't know how exactly you're looking at this. I'm guessing you're looking at technical analysis, and yeah, I mean, that definitely looks weak, man. Definitely looks weak. If you look at a bigger picture time frame, like a 30-minute, like this, I was looking at this earlier on the NQ, where you just got the shelf at 18,825 on the NQ. I mean, it's literally like just sitting on the shelf. I mean, just like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, you know, it looks pretty weak, you know? Like, I think, more to saying, I have a different system. I trade from a German bank. Okay, so yeah, you might have a different strikes or different strikes and stuff like that from different brokers. But here, I'm using Thinkorswim in the U.S. and yeah, I don't see a 190 strike for me. I see the 1900s. So it looks like we go by 25-point increments here in the US for the NQ. So you could have bought a 19,000, 19,025, then 50, 75, 19,1, so and so and so forth. So you can get a similar. Man, these puts are pricey too. Well, they are now, actually. Let's look at the percent change on percent change. Do I have a percent change? Where's my percent change? I don't have a. Yeah, I don't have a percent change in these. That's interesting. Yeah. Hopefully it will break the 18,825. Yeah, man. I mean, that would be something. I mean, if you look at the 4-hour time frame, see, this is interesting. Like when I look at the NQ, this is a 4-hour time frame. So this is going back to, I don't know what this is going back to August 5th. So this is 30 days ago. We were down here, 17.4. 19,500 on your chart, he's saying. Okay, 19,500 on. Oh, that's where you got in? Is that, let's see, 19.5. Oh no, maybe you're referring to something else. 19,500 in your chart. What is 19,500 on my chart? Let's see. 19.5 on the chart. Boom. Right here. 19.5. Maybe that's where you got in. Maybe that's where you got in. Oh boy, that would have been a nice time. I like to do trend lines too sometimes. And I see a nice little trend line going this way here. I need to make this a little thinner. So, yeah, man, I mean, this is like sitting on the shelf here at 18,825. Man, if you, okay, so it says, yes, sir, around there, 19,500 in your chart. So, man, that's a beautiful entry. Beautiful short entry. I mean, I don't know if you use trend lines or how many people use trend lines. I like to use trend lines. I think you kind of help with risk setting, risk reward levels. So, I mean, if you are drawing trend lines, you know, back then you would have been looking at something like this. And then you say, okay, break. Maybe you enter puts here on the NQ, swing puts, and maybe your target is 19,150, which you reached. And then, of course, you'd have to go further back to get this level, 18.9s. And even further back to get, you know, this is a lot of congestion here in the 18.6s area. So this could be a spot where NQ goes to. But yeah, let's keep this up, and yeah, good luck on your trade, man. Hope it works out for you. Hope it works out for you on the NQ puts. But yeah, I'll keep it up. You know, anybody who wants to request, I always pop up ticker. So good luck on that trade, and we'll keep it on the screen. You know, we can watch it together here and see how it does. So looking at some other tickers here. Let's see if we can get some, okay. Mortz is saying, I was thinking on the 1-day chart, we make a lower high. So some time, so I got some time for some longer term swings. So on the 1-day chart, let's look up the 1-day chart. So he's thinking on the 1-day chart, we make a lower high. And then you get some time. Yeah. That would be the dream, man. You know, if you're in puts, you definitely want to see the lower. Definitely want to see a lower high. Yeah. Yeah, and then you got these wicks here into this 19,200 level. You know, this is from this day. From 829, you had that support at this 19,150 level. And then, you know, when price broke that, and then we tried to retest it here yesterday, got up to 19,1s. And today we got the 19,150s, right? Creating that double top, so... So yeah, I mean, definitely want to see lower highs. Lower highs would be the key here if you are short. And meanwhile, Rivian is just freaking... What is happening here? There's some news on this thing or what? Rivian... Going to daily. What is going... Oh, okay. So NQ bounced again off kind of this area here, 18,850s. Tesla bounced off the 100 EMA. Rivian's just been so weak. I mean, I don't know what to really make of. You know, the daily chart, there's nothing really to trade off of. And the volume too. I don't know what about the volume on Rivian. How we're doing on that. Not sure. Yeah, NQ bouncing here, getting into the EMAs. That's the 50 and the 100 EMA that is at right now on NQ. And then of course we got resistance here, and then VWAP acting as the major resistance is what I would think would be resistance here, 18,971. That is the area where I think it could bounce off of if we get lower. Alrighty. How about the ES? What's the ES doing here? Let's take a look at this. S&P 500, similar setup here to the NQ. It's kind of popped yesterday and then today pop into those highs. Difference here in the NQ, the ES compared to the NQ is that the ES is below the shelf of 5508 and just consolidating at 5500 today. So there's got to be something going on here with Rivian. I don't know. Let me check Twitter and see if there's something going on. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. See what's happening here. I gotta figure out what's going on with this Rivian. I mean, Rivian is flying up here on my screens. Rivian's still flying up on my screens. I don't know what is happening with Rivian. Like, what is the deal? So, but what I do know is I want to look for a level to see if there's resistance up here on Rivian. Let's look at on the 15 and see what we got. So we're over yesterday's high. Just barely. And then we got... Let's look at 30 minute. Ooh. To the T here, 1380. I mean, the next level up from there would be maybe here. And definitely here and here. Up here. So, yeah, not sure what to make of, not sure what to make of Rivian here. Let's do this 5 minute. Yeah, I mean, there's no real resistance till 14, so if I was going to short this, I would really want to wait till we see some, you know, AI. Topping out here at this previous high level of 2050. You know, is this a potential short op here? Is this a potential short op on AI? That's the question I'm asking myself here. Let's see. Oh man, Mara was such a good trade today. I just covered way too early on Mara. Way too early covers on Mara. Need to be more patient with that next time. You wait for those 2R exits, I guess. That's the way. Tesla was a nice trade today. One of my better trades. TSLA. Got almost 3R out of that sucker. Yes, sir. Okay, so AI is rejecting off this 2050, which was the resistance from the morning. So I'm looking at potential short on AI here. See if you get that afternoon rollover, if it'll fall through setup. Look at some small cap runners today. HOTH looks like it was a big runner today. Man. What else is going on in this small cap world? Alright, update here. I'm just still looking at AI for potential short. And what do I have up here? NVDA. Yeah, I mean, the thing with AI, like I talked about, is, you know, I'm tempted to short it, but at the same time, it definitely is, you know, like the structure for today feels more like a long to me. You know, it's up above the VVAP, it's above all the EMAs. So I don't know if it's a high probability short up here until. Let's wait and see. Let's wait and see if we spot some better setups. So we'll keep an eye on that one. Rivian creeping up into that 14 area. NEO was another big runner today. NIL was a big runner. There's Rivian short. I was not paying attention to this Rivian the last few minutes here. NEO would have made a good long here off this VWAP bounce. Bounced off the 50 EMA as well. Would have been a good one to take today. Up 11% on the day. Alright, so maybe we need to bounce on some of these to get short. AI also pulling back down. Let's see if he can hold the 20. Let's see if he can hold the 20 EMA here. It's gonna be the test here. That's going to be the big test here. See if you can hold a 20 EMA. If it does, AI is just going to drift higher or kind of go sideways. Rivian, kicking myself for not watching that a little closer. I think, I mean, you know, kind of talking about earlier that 14.88 for the short, although it didn't get to 14. I think it would have made a good short on a break of like 13.86 or something like that, break of this low. But maybe we get a bounce up, right? So let's just be patient. Tesla rejecting off of 230s. Rivian just selling off nicely here. Very nice on Rivian. That should be 4. Affirm was another one I was looking at. I was trading the last couple days. Affirm. That would be AFRM. Had some really good moves here on Affirm. Oof, I don't want to do that. I just want to change this one to 15-minute, not everything. Yeah, I mean, all these bounces up here on the firm Short, short, short. Today 42. Would have been a good short. Was not looking at it pre-market, so it wasn't on my watch list here. AFRM.
go.
Hold up, wait a minute.
Game over.
Alright guys, I think that's going to be the end of this stream for today. We had some banger trades on Tesla this morning. Also some pretty decent trades on Mara, as well as we took some trades on AI and Meta and Google. Google trade was just over break even. Meta was about a half-hour winner. Mara was a big winner, and Tesla the biggest one of the day. So nice green day here. We're gonna call this the end of the stream. Please leave a like for this video and subscribe to the channel so you can keep track of all the latest videos and streams that are coming your way. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys on the next stream.